Welcome back to my video tutorial, and the topic of this tutorial is written in this page. You can see the question: show the equilibrium situation of a perfectly competitive firm using total cost and total revenue approach. So first of all, it is said the equilibrium situation of a perfectly competitive firm. Now, what is a perfectly competitive market? Do you know that? A perfectly competitive market is a market where there are a number of sellers, or we can say infinite number of sellers and buyers. And it is said that total cost, which means TC curve, and total revenue, which means TR curve. So I'm going to show how to answer this question, or how to show the equilibrium situation of a perfectly competitive firm using TC curve and TR curve. Okay, so let's start. At first I am drawing axis, which is OX, then OY. Okay, so OX and OY. X axis stands for quantities or output, you can say, and this one, Y axis, it stands for price or monetary value, or you can say cost and revenue at the same time. So at first we need to draw our fixed cost line. So this is our fixed cost line, which is FC. FC, which means fixed cost. So you can say that you can see that this fixed cost line is parallel to the horizontal axis. It's flat. And why is that? Because the fixed cost is constant. It's always the same. No matter how many products you are selling, the cost remains the same. If you are not selling any product at all, still you are incurring cost. And if you are selling more quantities, still you are incurring that cost. That means the cost remains the same or constant all the time. So that's the reason this line is flat, or we can say this line is parallel to the horizontal axis or x-axis. Now I'm going to draw another curve, which is basically our total cost curve. So draw this from here, because total cost will be above the fixed cost line. So I'm drawing this curve like this. Okay, so this is our fixed cost line, and you can ask why this curve is just like this. The total cost is rising at a rapid pace, then it is getting stagnant at this point, and then it is rising again. So that's how the cost function works. Every time the cost rises high at a very rapid pace, increasing rate, and then the rate decreases at a point, becomes stagnant at some point, and then it rises again. So this is our total cost, or TC. We're labeling it as TC. Now comes the revenue. So we need to place our scale here from 0, because we know that revenue starts from 0. Okay, so we placed it here and just draw this. Okay, now you can say in this region the total cost is above its total revenue, which means you are incurring loss. That's natural. If the cost is above the revenue, you are getting or you are suffering from loss. So this is a region. I'm going to highlight this. You will use pencil to do that. I'm using pen. Okay, so this is my loss region. Now you can see that in this point, the total revenue and total cost are the same. They are intersecting each other. So this is a point where total revenue and total cost are same. You're not earning either profit or you're not incurring loss. So this is our equilibrium point, which is E. And then the total revenue is above the total cost curve, which means revenue is higher than your total cost. Now, good luck. You are now getting some profit, and this is your profit region. So you can see that there are three different places or three different areas here. The total cost is above total revenue, you are incurring loss. Then total revenue and total cost intersect at this point where both of them are equal, which is equilibrium point. And then total revenue surpasses the total cost, so you are gaining some profit. So that's the equilibrium situation of a perfectly competitive firm using total cost and total revenue approach. And thanks for watching the video.